Elon Musk, a businessman and investor. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. Failure is an option here if things are not failing. You are not innovating enough. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I think we are at the dawn of a new era in commercial space exploration. It's not that I think I'm going to live forever, but I have this perspective that I'm going to die on Mars. The idea of lying on a beach as my main thing just sounds like the worst. I would go bonkers. I would have to be on serious drugs. I'd be super duper bored. I like high intensity. The future of humanity is going to bifurcate into directions. Either it's going to become multiplanetary, or it's going to remain confined to one planet, and eventually there is going to be an extinction event. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. The lessons of history would suggest that civilizational longevity is the exception rather than the rule. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. You want to be extra rigorous about making the best possible thing you can. Find everything that's wrong with it and fix it. Seek negative feedback, particularly from friends. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is a disaster. The only thing that makes sense to do is strive for greater collective enlightenment. I've actually not read any books on time management. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. It is a mistake to hire huge numbers of people to get a complicated job done. Numbers will never compensate for talent in getting the right answer to people who don't know something or know better. Then one will tend to slow down progress and will make the task incredibly expensive. It's very important to take risks. I think that research is important and development is important. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. If you're co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. If you don't do your chores, the company won't succeed. No task is too menial. You shouldn't do things differently. Just because they're different, they need to be better.
Like. Subscribe for more interesting videos.